Off the bar, I'm too persistent. Whipping comment, no cast. Get it on my own, no collab. But a bar with me, that's a body bag.
Yo people fam, what we telling them to buy my line guys, back in with another reaction blood. And now we got Eminem's freestyle that got him signed. Dr. Dre was listening that fam. I don't know how true this is. This could just be a little title enhancer type of thing blood. You know what I mean blood? But let's get into it blood. Freestyle Fridays fam, let's get it.
Give me hard,
Alright, yeah. Alright, thank you. Alright. Met a retarded kid named Greg with a wooden leg. Snatched it off and beat
him. He even give the beat time to look like, you know what I'm saying? The beat just started in straight away fam, you know what I mean?
Give me hard,
Alright, yeah. Alright, thank you. Alright. Met a retarded kid named Greg with a wooden leg. Snatched it off and beat him over the head with the peg. Go to bed with the keg. Wake up with the 40. Mixed it with Alka-Seltzer and Formula 40-40.
Oh, some of this shit I say fam, you know what I'm saying? Incorporated in certain bars.
Retarded kid named Greg with a wooden leg. Snatched it off and beat him over the head with the peg. Go to bed with the keg. Wake up with the 40. Mixed it with Alka-Seltzer and Formula 40-40. Forget an acetab, I strapped the whole sheet to my forehead. Waited till it absorbed in and fell to the floor dead. No more said case closed in a discussion. We blowing up like spontaneous human combustion. Leaving you in the aftermath of Holocaust and traumas. Cross the bombers, we blowing up your house, killing your parents, coming back to get your foster mamas. And I'm as good at keeping the promises, Nostradamus.
This type of I can appreciate right here, because Eminem's one of them rappers that I don't listen to, blood. But I don't disrespect either, fam. You know what I'm saying? Everyone has that rapper, blood, that they don't really listen to like that. But like if someone said, yo, M's my greatest of all time, M's the best leader, like I won't argue with you, blood. You know what I'm saying, blood? But I don't listen to him like that. Like the way he raps and his style sometimes with just his on Eminem on default mode, the way he sounds, his natural voice and that, fam, and the way he raps sometimes ain't for me. But there are songs out there. There are a few songs out there, you know what I'm saying, that I can definitely listen to and vibe to, blood. You know what I'm saying? More of his recent stuff and his albums, like I always forget album names, fam. Memory's terrible, fam. You know what I'm saying, blood? But I'll just say his last two albums, blood. You know what I'm saying? There's a few ish on there, blood, that I listen to and I have in rotation, blood. You know what I'm saying? But just I'm on default mode sometimes, ain't really for me. But I'd say like I listen to like 70% it for me, but I listen to like 30% of his ish, blood. You know what I'm saying? What just happened, fam? Why are you man so annoying, fam? What the? Why are my headphones disconnecting, blood? Oh my days, bruv. Even on some long thing, blood. So it's connected, blood. So why the hell is it not showing up? Alright, calm, we're back.
Aftermath of Holocaust and trauma going up.
Sorry. Gotta make sure everything's calm.
Spontaneous human combustion, leaving you in the aftermath of Holocaust and traumas. Cross the bombers, we blowing up your house, killing your parents, coming back to get your foster mamas. And I'm as good at keeping the promises, Nostradamus.
That's crazy, but man said he's gonna kill your parents, then you're gonna go into the adoption system, get adopted, find a foster mom or dad, and then he's showing up to then you're just gonna repeat that chain reaction type ish, blood.
Cause I ain't making no more threats. I'm doing drive-bys and tinted Corvettes on Vietnam war vets. I'm more or less sick in the head, maybe more cause I smoked crack today, yesterday, and the day before. Saboteur, walk the block with a Labrador.
The thing is, this is the thing, fam. When rappers are spitting the truth and that he's being very serious, and then you see the people in the room just laughing like you said, you know what I'm saying, blood? More times, sometimes rappers and artists do that to get a reaction, but more times they're being very serious and people are just dancing, laughing, smiling, that are not really actually deep in what the man just said, fam. You know what I'm saying?
Strapping more corral for war than El Salvador. Foul style galore, verbal cow manure, coming together like an eyebrow, and I'll be sure.
on some Anthony Davis type issue.
Cow manure, coming together like an eyebrow, and I'll be sure. It's like that, Eminem.
Eminem.
Right, bust it.
What?
It's only fair to warn, I was born with a set of horns and metaphors attached to my dang umbilical cord. Warlord of rap that'll bash you with a 2x4 board and smash into your Honda Accord with a 4-door Ford. But a motor dropping an acapella, the chopper fella, the mozzarella worse than a helicopter propeller. Got you locked in a cellar with your skeleton showing, developing anorexia while I'm standing next to you.
You see, this is what I'm saying. This is the type of M that I can listen to, blood. You know what I'm saying, fam? This is the type, bruv. Oh my, you see what I'm saying? Like, if you said this is your greatest of all time, he's in my top 3, he's in my top 10, he's my number 1, he's the best, I wouldn't argue with you, blood. Because that right there was so slick, fam. Oh, bruv. Listen.
It's like that, Eminem.
Eminem.
Bust it.
What?
It's only fair to warn, I was born with a set of horns and metaphors attached to my dang umbilical cord.
Bruv, he did not let that rest, fam. He didn't say more than 2 or 3 words to where he wasn't rhyming again, fam. You know what I'm saying, blood? Like, he gave that literally no space, blood. Like, the guy's different, man.
Warlord of rap that'll bash you with a 2x4 board and smash into your Honda Accord with a 4-door Ford. But a mortar dropping an acapella, the chopper fella, the mozzarella worse than a helicopter propeller. Got you locked in a cellar with your skeleton showing, developing anorexia. While I'm standing next to you, eating a full-course meal, watching you starve to death with an IV in your vein, feeding you liquid Darvocet. You full of drugs, full of plugs on the gunshot victims, full of bullet slugs, who were picked up in an ambulance and driven to receiving with the asses ripped out of their pants and given a less than 20% chance of living. Have a possible placement as a hospital patient, storing their dead bodies in grandma's little basement. Dr. Kevorkian is a ride to perform an autopsy on you while you scream, I'm still alive.
This guy.
Have a possible.
And the thing is, whatever you want to call it, an imagination, whatever you want to call it, blood, you know what I'm saying, blood, the way he thought, blood, and the way he thinks, blood, it helped a lot with the bars and that, fam. You know what I'm saying? I can't even lie to you, blood. Like, Eminem ain't regular, fam. You know what I mean, blood? And the fact that he isn't regular and he is irregular is what makes him so dope, blood.
With the asses ripped out of their
He's able to think out the box, fam.
pants and given a less than 20% chance of living. Have a possible placement as a hospital patient, storing their dead bodies in grandma's little basement. Dr. Kevorkian is a ride to perform an autopsy on you while you scream, I'm still alive. Driving a rusty scalpel in through the top of your scalp and pulling your Adam's apple out through your mouth. But I called the fire department, I fired an arson and set fire to carpet and burn up your entire apartment.
Nah, he's too cold with it, man. He's too cold with it, blood. But hey, people, that was Eminem's freestyle that got him signed Dr. Dre listening, blood. But hey, I'll catch you in the next one, blood. It's about man like Jazz. And I'm out of here for a bit, people, man. Is that the right one? No, it wasn't the right one.
Bar after bar after bar after bar after bar, I'm too persistent. Whipping comment, no cast. Get it on my own, no collab. But for bar with me, that's a body bag. Your mans want smoke, then he leaves with a toe tag. Whole squad hit with a double mag Glock. Got left in the street and the body's getting chucked. Bullets with names and your shit's getting popped. Better be with me and that bag's getting cocked. Still gotta chase the bag, humble. Ain't gotta brag in a league on my own and my stats getting flagged. Hit me for the feet, got verses in stats. Come through like the queen, gotta pay that tax. Premium sir.